You think football is one with legs? No, it's one with the mind. In the 2014 Champions League final, Sergio Ramos closed his eyes before kickoff and pictured the ball flying off his head into the net. In the 93rd minute, the match unfolded exactly as he'd seen it in his mind. That's not luck, that's psychology. And once you know the tricks these players use, you'll never see a game the same way again. Elite footballers aren't just faster or stronger, they're mental chess masters. They use visualization to script their goals before they happen, mind games to break opponents without touching them, and subtle routines that lock them into peak performance under crushing pressure. These aren't just sports hacks, they're psychological weapons. Today, we're breaking down the mental tricks that decide matches long before the final whistle. Before a single pass is made, some players have already seen the winning goal. In their heads, they rehearse it over and over, every detail, the crowd's roar, the feel of the ball on their boot, the exact corner it will hit. Cristiano Ronaldo is famous for this. He mentally plays a match the night before, picturing not just goals, but even how he'll celebrate. That rehearsal primes his brain to act without hesitation when the chance comes. It's why when the ball lands at his feet in the box, there's no panic, just muscle memory from a game he's already played in his mind. But not every trick is about yourself. Some are about getting inside your opponent's head. Ball is as much about psychology as tactics. A well-timed stare, a smirk, a comment under your breath, they can throw an opponent off their rhythm instantly. Take Jose Mourinho's touchline antics. He doesn't just coach, he manipulates the mental state of players and managers. A slow handshake, a public comment about pressure, suddenly the other side is thinking about him instead of the game. And on the pitch, Sergio Busquets' sly fouls and delayed reactions frustrate attackers so much they make rash tackles or lose focus entirely. 1 second of anger can cost 90 minutes of work. And then there's the battle that happens within. When you're the one feeling the heat, when 80,000 fans are screaming and a trophy is on the line, it's easy to freeze. That's why so many players have pre-game rituals. Didier Drogba would always pray at the goalpost before kickoff. Lionel Messi adjusts his shin pads the same way every match. These tiny routines aren't superstition, they're anchors. They signal to the brain, this is familiar, this is safe. You've done this 1,000 times. In high-pressure moments, rituals calm the body and keep decision-making sharp. But even rituals aren't enough if you can't control the one thing that destroys most players: fear. The difference between choking and shining is how you label the feeling in your chest. Sports psychologists teach players to treat anxiety as excitement. Marcus Rashford once spoke about the moments before taking a penalty, how his heart races and palms sweat. But instead of trying to calm down, he thinks, "This means I'm ready." By reframing nerves as readiness, players turn adrenaline into a performance boost instead of a breakdown. And then comes the most dangerous trick of all, one that can dismantle an entire team's spirit. When a team scores, the scoreboard changes, but something bigger shifts in the air. It's called psychological momentum. The leading side starts playing with freedom. The losing side tightens up, rushing plays and making errors. Pep Guardiola's Manchester City uses this ruthlessly. When they sense momentum after a goal, they immediately press high, forcing the opponent into mistakes before they can mentally recover. It's not about the one goal. It's about turning it into 2 or 3 before the other side's mind catches up. Matches aren't just won in training grounds or gyms. They're won in invisible spaces between players' ears. Visualization, mind games, rituals, reframing, momentum. These aren't just theories. They're why underdogs upset champions, why legends always seem to be in the right place at the right time. Next time you watch a match, look past the tackles and shots. Watch the eyes, watch the pauses, watch the tiny moments that decide the game before the ball even moves. If you want more deep dives into the hidden side of football, hit subscribe, because the next secret might just change the way you see the sport forever.